My people stuck in their ways, denying the power and busy refusing to change. They charge it all to the game, but we got the keys that we need to open them gates. They taking drugs for the pain, the pills and the lean and the weed, they been hitting the same. They say it pours when it rains, the fire from heaven is drowning the city in flames. Cause we never sleep, and this war that we fighting is not for the weak. And we got the power to burn on the tower. If we talking about scriptures, we armed to the teeth. Cause we never sleep, and this war that we fighting is not for the weak. And we got the power to burn on the tower. If we talking about scriptures, we armed to the teeth. Okay. You know the prophets, we don't play. I see a king when I look in the mirror, and y'all niggas yoga like yo play. We playing chess when we blitz in these churches, then we look at them like yo play. My people sleep on the God, but he wake them up with the prophets like obey. Hey, y'all better wake up. They steady lying on Jacob. Me and my sin had to break up. She blow me up.
Exactly, read. They build the bunkers placed under the ground. But the Bible tells you, when that day come in Jeremiah 30 and 15, I think it says, we're going to hunt them. Read.
But the day of the Lord will come as a thief in the night, in the which the heavens shall pass away with a great noise, and the elements shall melt with fervent heat.
And the elements shall melt with fervent heat. Read.
The earth also and the works that are therein shall be burned up. Seeing then that all these things shall be dissolved.
So it says, seeing that everything that you see now, everything that you're doing now is going to be dissolved. Read.
What manner of persons ought ye to be in all holy conversation and godliness?
So what kind of person you supposed to be in the last days? If you know everything that you see is going to be burnt up, what kind of person you supposed to be? You're supposed to be a righteous person. Because the only people that are going to be saved in the last day is the righteous. The ungodly are going to be destroyed. Yeah, because guess who the ungodly are? The ungodly are those who are buying and selling on the Sabbath. The ungodly are those who are cooking on the Sabbath. The ungodly are those who are balding their head. The ungodly are those who are shaving their beard. The ungodly are the women who wear pants. The ungodly are the women who dye their hair brown. They want the hair to get Caucasian looking like hair. Exactly. Those are the ungodly. Yeah, because there are different things that show who are the ungodly. Those pastors and those preachers are preaching in the church on a Sunday. Those are the ungodly. Those who celebrate Christmas are the ungodly. Easter, ungodly. You understand? So let me show you something. Get on Jeremiah 10. Let me show you something. Because I made a statement, let me prove it. Jeremiah 10. About those who celebrate Christmas are the ungodly. And look at my back. Look at my back. Look for 2 Babylons for me. Read that for me.
The book of Jeremiah, chapter 10, verse 1. Hear ye the word which the Lord speaketh unto you, O house of Israel.
So hear the word that God spake unto the children of Israel, the descendants of the slave trade are the biblical children of Israel. Read.
Thus said the Lord, learn not the way of the heathen.
Say, don't learn the heathen ways. Read.
And be not dismayed at the signs of heaven, for the heathen are dismayed at them.
So he said the heathen are dismayed at the signs of heaven. Read.
For the customs of the people are vain. For one cutteth a tree out of the forest, the work of the hands of the workman with the axe. They deck it with silver and with gold.
They decorate the tree with silver and gold. Remember what I say? What you want to hide something from black people put in a book? This book here is called 2 Babylons. It compares ancient Babylon to the new Babylon. New Babylon system. Watch it. Tell her the page.
The book, 2 Babylons, page 98. The Christmas tree has been stated was generally at Rome a different tree, even the fall.
So it was a 4 tree in Rome. In Babylon time it was a palm tree. Same trees, read.
But the very same idea as was implied in the palm tree was implied in the Christmas fall.
In the what?
In the Christmas fall.
So the same 4 tree, that's why the plastic tree now is based on a 4 tree. You understand? So the same palm tree in Babylon, it says the same 4 tree in New Babylon. Read.
For that covertly symbolized the newborn God as Baal Berith.
So it says the tree represents the new God, Baal Berith. You know what's Baal Berith? Satan himself. That's why he calls Santa. It's Satan they're worshiping. That's what they're worshiping. But we don't know. We don't want to read. So hold that. Get to Psalm 28 and read where it says new gods. New gods. Read that for me. Psalm 28 read 60, 61. I think that's 64. Somewhere around. Psalm 28, 64. We're going back to that, eh? Psalm 28, 64.
The book of Deuteronomy 28 verse 64. And the Lord shall scatter thee among all people.
He said the Israelites are going to be scattered among all people. Read.
From the one end of the earth, even unto the other. And there thou shalt serve other gods.
It says there, when you're in captivity, you're going to serve another God. Read.
Which neither thou nor thy fathers have known, even wood and stone.
So you're going to serve new gods. Go back to this book here, to Babylon. He said you're going to serve a new God. It's right. So it goes into Christian. Right. Exactly. So watch that. Read. Because guess what? What are trees made up of? Wood. Yeah. Read.
For that covertly symbolized the newborn god as Baal Berith, Lord of the covenant, and thus shadowed forth the perpetuity of an everlasting nature of his power. Now that after having fallen before his enemies, he had risen triumphant over them all. Therefore, the 25th of December, the day that was observed at Rome as the day when the victorious God reappeared on earth.
So this 25th of December is a Roman pagan day that they used to represent Baal Berith. And now all people are saying Christmas is the 25th of December. That's a pagan god. You understand? Read.
Was held at Natalis Invicti Solis.
So in Natalis Invictus Solis, meaning the sun god. Read.
The birthday of the unconquered sun. No, the Yule-log is the dead stock of Nimrod. Deified as the sun god, but cut down by his enemies. The Christmas tree is Nimrod redeemed vivus.
So the Christmas tree represents Nimrod. So the same Christmas tree, that's why when you go to put your gift under the Christmas tree and you're picking up the gift, you have to bow to the tree. You're bowing to a new God. You're celebrating Christmas. Christmas is pagan. God said don't celebrate Christmas long before Christ was born. Now you're celebrating Christmas saying you're celebrating Christ. Give me Job 14 and 4. You're celebrating Christmas saying you're celebrating the birth of Christ. That has nothing to do with the birth of Christ. Job 14 and 4. That's a pagan God. Read.
The book of Job chapter 14 verse 4. Who can bring a clean thing out of an unclean? Not one.
So if God say Christmas is unclean, how could we as a people say no, Christmas is clean? We can't, because God says pagan. You understand? Right. So bro, if you have a question, come to the front. Come to the front, man. Come to the front. Come and talk to me. Don't disturb the men here. Let me hear a question.
My question is that, is this the pagan festive?
Christmas? We just go through all of that. Is Christmas pagan?
I wasn't here.
Yes, Christmas is pagan. What she here, she's telling you Christmas is pagan. Understand?
Christmas is pagan?
Yes.
How come?
Because we just read it.
How come Christmas is pagan?
You see, you wasn't paying attention. Let's show you again. We're going to show you. We're going to show you. That's not a problem. We're going to show you. Jeremiah 10, and then we'll get to Babylon. Jeremiah 10 again. Give me Colossians 2:8 as well.
That's right.
So let's see the origin of Christmas and see where it comes from, and did God say to celebrate Christmas? Read that for me. Colossians 2:8 first. Pay attention now. What's the name again?
Beans.
No, the woman call her a different name.
Jump the beans.
No, she called her a different name. The woman that passed before. Collins. Read.
The book of Colossians chapter 2 verse 8. Beware lest any man spoil you through philosophy and vain deceit.
So at that time it says beware that somebody is going to spoil you. When something spoils is no good. He says something is going to spoil it through philosophy and what?
And vain deceit.
Vain deceit or vain lies. Read.
After the tradition of
After the what?
the tradition
After what?
After the tradition of men.
I want the first word alone. After the what?
After the tradition.
The what?
The tradition.
Christmas is a tradition. They say after the tradition of men.
After the rudiments of the world, and not after Christ.
So he says somebody's going to spoil you with a tradition that is not after Christ. So no, let's get Jeremiah 10. Let's see a tradition that spoil our people. Not only Christmas, Easter too. What will you get that? Read.
Jeremiah 10 verse 1. Hear ye the word which the Lord speaketh unto you, O house of Israel.
So God is speaking to the 12 tribes of Israel, the so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. We are the biblical Israelites according to the Bible. Read.
Thus said the Lord, learn not the way of the heathen.
So it says, do not learn this heathen way. Read.
And be not dismayed at the signs of heaven. For the heathen are dismayed at them.
That goes into the horoscopes and these kind of things. He said, don't be dismayed at those things. Because those things are witchcraft. Read.
For the customs of the people are vain.
Remember in Colossians, don't go yet. He said the custom of the people are vain. Vain. It's a vain custom. Read.
For one cutted a tree.
For one what?
Cutted a tree.
So Collins, he said one cutted a tree. Read.
Out of the forest.
Out of the forest. So they go to the forest and they cut down the tree. Read.
The work of the hand of the workman with the axe. They deck it.
They what? They what?
They deck it.
So they deck or they decorate the tree with what?
With silver and with gold.
Watch that. Watch it. Watch it. Watch it. Watch it. That's what they decorate the tree with. Silver and gold. You understand? Read it.
They deck it with silver and with gold. They fasten it with nails and with hammers that it move not.
Because naturally if you cut a tree it's going to fall. So guess what they do? They put a stand on the tree to keep the tree up. So let's see where they get that custom from. Now let's get to Babylons. Remember what I said before? I told it to you. If you want to hide something from black people, you put it in a book. We don't like to read, but we just read. We could read now. Read.
The book to Babylon.
So show him the book.
That's why they didn't want us to read.
Exactly. Right now, these books and them, when you go and look for it online, they hide in the book. They shoot up the price. Imagine a Bible that was $20, shoot up to $24,000. Well, let me show you something. Read that.
The book to Babylon, page 98. The Christmas tree, as has been stated, was generally at Rome a different tree.
For the Christmas tree at Rome, it was a different tree. Because in Babylon time, what was a tree? It was a palm tree. Read.
Even the form, but the very same idea as was implied in the palm tree was implied in the Christmas form.
That's right. The Christmas 4 is the Christmas tree that we have up in Black Forest. That's a 4 tree. You understand? So it's the same palm tree. They put it in. They have the same idea in the 4 tree that happened in Rome. That's a Roman custom. Read.
For that, covertly symbolized.
So he said covertly, meaning they have to put it in smart. If they give you a palm tree now to worship, you wouldn't worship it. You wouldn't go and worship a 4 tree. You wouldn't go and bend in front of a tree. But guess what you go celebrate? The custom associated with the tree. So they trick you into thinking you're celebrating Christ, but you're actually celebrating the tree. Read.
For that, covertly symbolized the newborn God as the all-bearing.
So it says the tree represents a new God, Baal Berith. That's Satan. Read.
Lord of the covenant, and thus shadowed forth the perpetuity and everlasting nature of his power. Now that after having fallen before his enemies.
So he died. So Nimrod, at that time, Nimrod died before his enemies. No, you don't want to hear. Read.
He had reason triumphant over them all. Therefore, the 25th of December.
Therefore, the what?
The 25th of December.
So 25th of December represents the rise of Nimrod. Read.
The day that was observed at Rome as the day when the victorious God reappeared on earth was held at the Natalis in Victi Solis.
Read.
The birthday of the unconquered son. Now the U.I.C is the dead stock of Nimrod, deified as the sun god, but cut down by his enemies. The Christmas tree is Nimrod redeemed vivos.
So the Christmas tree represents the rebirth of Nimrod. Nimrod that you read about in the Bible, that man that was conquering and killing people, that's what the Christmas tree represents. You understand? So no, he came and asked a question. We answering the question. Before we could finish answering the question, we say we ain't allowing him to talk about it. But we answer the question. Exactly. Yeah? Yeah? Yeah, again? So no, let's get that in Corinthians when we talk about the women. Yeah, we will give them Bible. But they want Bible, we will give them Bible. So watch that, read. Yeah, about the women. Let the women keep silent. Let me show you something. Yeah. That's what the Bible is in light. It does show on all cockroach. Yeah, read that one. 1434, somewhere around there. Yeah, read that.
The book of 1 Corinthians 14 verse 34. Let the woman keep silent in the churches.
So she said we doesn't let women preach. But the Bible says let the women stay quiet. I'll show you. Read.
For it is not permitted unto them to speak, but they are commanded to be under obedience. As said the law.
The law says the women are supposed to keep quiet in the church. There's a reason why he says that. Because what did Eve do to Adam? She came and spoke to Adam and she told Adam something that he was not supposed to do. Right. So now get Revelation. We talk about that woman Jezebel. Let me show you something. Let's see what the Bible says about when women start teaching in churches. Let's see what will happen to them. Revelation 2. Roger, read.
Revelation 2 verse 20. Notwithstanding, I have a few things against thee, because thou sufferest that woman Jezebel, which calleth herself a prophetess.
So that woman Jezebel, she calls herself a prophetess. So people like to say that Jezebel is a spirit that is about sex. Jezebel was not about sex. Jezebel was about the independent black woman. Feminism. Because the only woman that says she's independent from a man is a black woman. No other race of women say they're independent. They always depend on the man. You will see that. If you notice the people that come from the ships, the Caucasian that come from the ship, how do you see the woman? What do they always walk with? They always walk with their husband. But you will always see the black woman walking the street, she alone. She always alone. She had 2 children. Where the husband? She always alone. But the white family, you will see them. The man pushing the ride with the baby, and the wife is by his side. The Bible is true. Read that.
Revelation 2 verse 20. Notwithstanding,
Hey, look at another example. Watch that. Husband and wife are sure. We just see one, we see another one. But when we watch the black woman, they walking alone. Read.
Revelation 2 verse 20. Notwithstanding, I have a few things against thee, because thou sufferest that woman Jezebel, which calleth herself a prophetess, to teach and to seduce my servants.
To seduce them into following new doctrine. So he says they cause Jezebel to teach, because the women are not supposed to teach in the church. You understand? The women have their role. They have the kids and the young ladies to teach. Because women, our women in our society don't know one thing. They don't know how to love a husband. They don't know that. All they know is to give the box, the front. That's all they know. What they bring to the table, all they're saying they're bringing is the box. Nothing else. What you bring to the table for the man, nothing. Watch out. Give me that in Titus chapter 2 and 6. Let me show you something. What I'm saying is in the Bible. The black woman have to learn how to love her children, and she have to learn how to love her husband. She have to learn that. Exactly, they weren't taught naturally. What they teach women. Yeah, read that.
The book of Titus 2 verse 3. The aged women likewise, that they be in behavior as becometh holiness.
So he said the aged women are supposed to have good behavior. Exactly, read.
Not false accusers.
So the women are not supposed to be liars. You know, women like to lie on man. How much women in Grenada give man wrong child already? In Jamaica, 98% of the men have wrong child. And even though the child the man is not theirs. Thank you. Read again.
The aged women likewise.
So if that woman feel a lie, tell me a lie. Tell me a lie. Most of them give man child and man one. Read again.
Titus chapter 2 verse 3. The aged women likewise, that they be in behavior as becometh holiness, not false accuser,
Don't be a false accuser. Don't be a liar. Read.
not given to much wine,
Because a drunk woman is a disgrace. Hate to see a drunk woman myself. Drunk woman and women who smoke. I hate to see women smoke. Biggest turn off. Drinking alcohol and getting drunk. Come on, read.
teachers of good things,
Hi Beverly. He said teachers of good things. They have to be teachers of good things. Read.
that they may teach the young women
So the elder woman, yeah bro. The elder women supposed to teach the young women to be what?
to be sober,
They have to teach them not to get drunk. Read.
to love their husband,
Aged women have to teach the young women how to love their husband. So when the husband come out from work, he come out to work, come out and work hard. Sometimes in the hot sun, 50 bag of cement all day. When he come home, all he hears is, and we have to do this, and we have to do this, and making a noise in his head. And then exactly, give the man a hot meal and make sure he's satisfied. All right, there we go. Read.
that they may teach the young women to be sober,
That they may teach the young women to be sober. Read.
to love their husband, to love their children.
So they have to teach the young women to love their children. Because we as a society, we don't know how to love our children. We think putting them in front of a tablet is loving your children. But guess what? What is in the tablet now? Homosexuality behavior, smoking, drinking, man marrying man, woman marrying woman. And now you see that going on in our society. Woman and woman holding hand in tongue. You never used to see that in Grenada? You have to be ashamed to call yourself to be associated with homosexuality. Right now, homosexuality is run the country. Read again, their own husband. You have some women that go into church, and if the pastor tell her don't give the husband sex, she ain't giving the husband sex.
That's right.
That ain't supposed to happen. When the husband wants it, he's supposed to get it. Because if he ain't get, guess what gonna happen? You go outside. You understand? Keep your husband home. Be creative. Read again.
That they may teach the young women to be sober, to love their husbands, to love their children, to be discreet, chaste, keep us at home.
Chase and keep us at home. So if you're at home, guess what? Your husband going out and he bringing everything to you because you're treating him good. All the money he bring it and just say you look. They have to learn that. I like that lady. I like you. Read again.
That they may teach the young women to be sober, to love their husbands, to love their children, to be discreet, chaste, keep us at home, good, obedient to their own husbands, that the word of God be not blasphemed.
So they have to learn how to love their husband so they won't blaspheme the word of God. So when they go out there, like 1 Timothy 2:9, let me show you that. So when the young ladies go out there and they dress immodest, guess what they blaspheme in the word of God? Because they're not supposed to dress like that. The only person that's supposed to see your curves and your shape is your husband.
That's right.
Nobody else. Because, thank you. Let me show you that. Watch it.
1 Timothy chapter 2 verse 9, in like manner also, that women adorn themselves in modest apparel.
Say women are supposed to dress modest. But what you see now? You're seeing the mother and the daughter dressing alike. You can't tell the difference. Mother and daughter when the same. Mother and daughter a lot of times taking the same man.
Yeah, it's true. No lie.
Because if the woman dress modest, she wouldn't be, she attracting the boyfriend, you know.
That's right.
She making the boyfriend lust after her as well.
Yep.
That's wickedness, that's confusion.
Going on in real life.
Thank you.
Of course, they don't not shame to come out and
Right, read again.
1 Timothy 2 verse 9, in like manner also, that women adorn themselves in modest apparel.
Women are supposed to dress modestly, meaning they're dressing exactly to not attract. Thank you. Not attract sexual attention, because them young fellas outside there, all they want is sex. That's what they want. I was a young man too. I'm telling you, everything that goes through a young man's mind is sex.
They get them pregnant and leave them.
And leave them. Read again.
1 Timothy 2 verse 9, in like manner also, that women adorn themselves in modest apparel, with shamefacedness and sobriety, not with broided hair or gold or pearls or costly array.
So he's not saying you're not supposed to dress beautiful. That's not what he's saying. What he's saying is that your beauty is supposed to be inward first, your mind first. You understand? You're supposed to have a clean mind first, and it's going to show in your beauty yourself.
Nation is men leading by example. Nation is family. Nation is community. Nation is children with role models. Nation is unity. Nation is you.